Hey guys, Maverick here, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about the 4 different types of money, and I'm willing to bet that you didn't know that there was 4 types of money, and if you did, good for you. That makes me happy. Now, before we get into all that, it's right around my 1-month anniversary since I started YouTube, and I have an unorthodox intro that I shot. I don't know if you ever have times where you got something on your mind that you need to get off. For me, this time it was Bruno Mars for some reason. And so I shot a very interesting opening intro. And if you want to stick around for that, great. If not, you can skip ahead to like the 2-minute mark. I'm going to put a link in the description exactly where, so you can click on that. And then after that, and then disclaimer, we'll get into everything.
As soon as we walk in, I'm wearing Cuban links, designer mix, Inglewood's finest shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to give the color red the blues. Come on, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe, so plain. Look out.
Hey guys, welcome back to Compound Interest, and thanks for putting up with that intro. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. That really helps out the YouTube channel, and it helps out the YouTube algorithm. And as you know, when you hit the like button, I drink scotch. Oh yeah. So I appreciate you sticking around with me for a whole month, and I'm really excited to get into this topic. And my question is, did you know that there are 4 different types of money? And what's interesting about there being different types of money, you wouldn't expect that there'd be more than one. You'd think that maybe there'd just be, the currency we use every day, but money has evolved over time. And as I talked about in last week's video, that I didn't really view the United States dollar as money, even though technically it's labeled as it. So what I'm going to do is go over the other types of money with you, and I have examples of each so you can kind of visualize better what they actually are. Okay, so type of money number 1, commodity money. Commodity money is a type of money that possesses intrinsic value on its own. It's independent from any governing body. This means that the money itself contains worth and has unique properties. And it also has use case. And the 2 examples of that are most common for commodity money is gold and silver. Now, here's an example right here. This is a silver coin. This is an example of commodity money. And this is something that I collect. And honestly, to me, this is really the only real version of money that I would actually call money, because commodity money has a store value, which is, to me, one of the most important things. If you have something that you think is valuable, but it's losing its buying power or it's depreciating, to me, it's not really money. Money stands the test of time. It's durable, it's divisible, it's a unit of account. It's all those things that I stated before. So commodity money is number 1. Okay, type of money number 2, and that is called fiat currency. I don't know if you can see it. This right here. This is fiat currency. And this is actually the newest form of money. Now, I know some people might argue and say, well, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are the newest form of money, and I believe that they're heading in that direction, but they're not quite there yet. But fiat currency, you know, I went over in my last video and I talked about what it is and what I believe it's not. And an interesting fact though, that there's been, you know, over 1,000 fiat currencies in existence, and every single one of them has failed. None of them has stood the test of time. And I found that fact really interesting. So there's really no reason for me to get into high detail about it. What it's really good for though is starting a fire. I find it to be very good kindling for starting a fire, and it does work pretty well. So, okay, money type number 3, and that is fiduciary money. Now, this money is used as a certificate. And an example of that is this right here. So if you remember, the US dollar used to be backed by gold and silver. And this right here I have, this is a silver certificate. And what it says on the dollar bill, it says, this certifies that there is on deposit in the treasury of the United States of America, $1 in silver payable to the bearer on demand. So basically, this is basically almost like a receipt that you just turn in like dry cleaning, where you turn in your receipt. This doesn't have any intrinsic value, but you could walk down to your local federal bank, and if you had a $10 gold certificate or $10 of whatever, you could turn this in and you could get $10 in gold. But then it was also used as, just regular money to settle debts and everything else. And that is also known as representative money as well. Fiduciary money, representative money, they're used interchangeably. They're both basically the same thing, where you have certificate and redeem it for something of intrinsic value. So I wish the US dollar hadn't been taken off the gold standard, because I think it would have been really cool to just walk down to your local bank and turn in a dollar bill and get $1 worth of gold. That would probably still make a lot of people happy. It would have made me happy. So that is money type number 3. All right, type number 4 is commercial bank money. Commercial bank money, or demand deposits, are claims against financial institutions that could be used for the purchase of goods and services. And the best example of that right here is this check. This is an example of commercial bank money. Banks are required to carry, I think it's around 10% of all their debts, or whatever's supposed to be in their account at all times. So basically, and write what you want. Obviously, you have to have enough in your account to cover the cost of the check. But you write it and you take it to your financial institution and they cash it out. And what's nice about that, there's good and bad things about it, but what's nice about it is it's on call. The bank has a legal obligation to return funds held in demand deposits immediately upon demand or at call, which basically just means that you don't have to let them know. Now, that's changed a little bit to the point where if you're pulling out large sums of money, because banks don't carry large sums of money anymore, that you have to give them notice, which is annoying. They should just keep the money in there, but they're too busy using your money to make interest off it and make more money themselves. Anyway, besides that, that is a quick sum of what commercial bank money is. It's basically being able to just use a check and you give it to someone else and they take it to their institution, financial institution, and they cash it out. This can also be done, besides using a check, a bank draft as well. If you take the money and you transfer it somewhere else, it's basically the same thing. One's with a piece of paper and the other one's digitally. Okay, so that sums up the 4 different types of money. Now, if you wanted to go Google yourself, just, to do your own due diligence, I would. But the topic of what is money is so convoluted, and you can Google and find 3 different things. Some people say Bitcoin's money, some people say don't, some people just say there's fiat money, and then there's commodity money, and that's it. So at the end of the day, these 4 examples are the ones that are most real, that have the most facts behind them, and are actually confirmed by the most economists. So I hope you found this information useful, and as always, if you could like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. That helps out the channel and makes the YouTube algorithm happy. And as you know, when you hit that like button, I drink scotch. That's how you start your day right there. Till next time, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.